Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rabya and welcome to a brand new video for me. Today we're going to be doing a review of two complexion application product. So the first product we're going to be comparing is the E.L.F Beauty Sponge, which retails at $5 versus the Tati Beauty Blendiful, which retails for $18, but this does include the large Blendiful as well as the baby Blendiful, which is so cute. And so today I just wanted to revisit the Blendiful. So if you haven't seen it already, I did already do a review video, which I will link in the description box, and also try to figure out how to get the thing that comes up here that tells you to click on the video anyways. But I do suggest watching that video because that was my first impressions. That was the first time I ever picked it up and what I thought about the video. But I wanted to revisit it because I did think I was rude for not, you know, I used brand new products in that video to test this out. So today I'm using tried and true products to test out both of these items. And so yeah, I did one side using the Blendiful and one side using the E.L.F sponge. So really quickly, I do want for you guys to guess what side you think I did which with. So let me know if you think that the left, is this the left side? I don't know, based on your screen, which side do you think is the Blendiful and which side do you think is the the E.L.F sponge. So with that, you guys, I really hope that you enjoyed the video. Please consider liking the video if you did enjoy the concept, subscribing to my channel if you haven't done so already, and sharing with a friend. And with that, you guys, let's just get into the video. Okay, so the first thing we're going to test out is primer. So this is the Versali Skin Tune Blur Primer. I'm using this one more time because Tati did say that the Blendiful is good for pore concealing concealers. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to do one side at a time because this does dry pretty quickly. So I'm going to, on this side, we're going to do the Blendiful, and I'm just going to use a corner of it and push it into the skin. This side looks pretty smooth. And then I'm going to do this side. So again, I'm going to put some on. Push that in. I'm not even gonna guess how this side looks versus the other side because the beauty sponge is meant to absorb products. This side does look nice, but it's not as pore filled as this side. I feel like primer just works best with your hand though anyways. So I'm gonna go in with foundation. I'm gonna go in with one of my favorite concoctions at the moment. It's the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation and the Armani Luminous Silk. The Dose of Colors, I use 123 medium tan and the Armani in 8.75. This is a little too dark, this is a little too light, and then this is really matte, this is luminous, so I feel like it gives a good finish. So I'm just going to apply 2 pumps of each to the back of my hand. And again, I'm going to do this one side at a time too, so I'm just going to apply some on with my finger. So I'm going to go in with the Blendiful on this side, and I'm just going to start working that into my skin. I had to wash the Blendiful between the first time I used it and now, so I even feel a difference just in how it feels on my skin. So maybe if you did have a bit of an issue the first time with streakiness, you might just need to wash your Blendiful and see if that works, because this already feels so much softer. And I just used normal soap, I didn't use anything super crazy, and this dried overnight, so it's nice if you go out in the night and you wash it and you can have it ready for you the next day. So that is the application with the Blendiful. I feel pretty covered up. It's not streaky. The first time I feel like I used it, I did have a bit of streaking. I don't feel super streaky. I do know that this concoction usually does cover my pimples, so right now, but this red one's really coming out. But anyways, we'll go in with the second layer and see. But I'm gonna go in on this side now with the beauty sponge. Again, just wiping this onto my skin. Okay, so right away, this side blended out a lot faster. I feel like I covered a lot more area too. So here it's a little bit more precise, I guess, where I put the foundation, it's right there, because you can see my dark circles aren't covered, whereas here I didn't put anything under my eyes, but my dark circles did get a little covered. And this side feels a little bit more like makeup-y to me. Like I feel like it looks like I have makeup on, whereas this side it's a little bit more natural, but you can still see a lot of my flaws. So I'm going to go in with a little bit more product. So again, a pump of the Armani and a pump of the Dose of Colors one, just because I ran out of the first mixture I did. And another thing is that usually that mix would have been all way, like it would have covered my entire face and then some with if I had just used the beauty blender. So I'm just gonna go over where I have like a little bit more need to cover. One thing is that both of these do a pretty good job with the little crease in my nose. Sometimes like that's like something that really bothers me is when my nose just looks really heavy and it doesn't get blended. That's something I noticed with the beauty blender. Honestly, it's so crazy, even just the difference of how soft it is right now. That is the difference in the skin with just foundation. So this is the Blendiful side, and this is the Beauty Blender side. So something I do think I did that was unfair in my last video is I was using new products to test out a new product. So I don't think that that was very fair of me because the Revlon concealer I didn't like. I ended up having to return it because it didn't work at all, even with a beauty sponge. But so I think that's what I did that was messed up. So today we're gonna go in with the concealer that I know I love and trust, and it is the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Natural Beige. Again, I'm gonna do this one eye at a time and in my normal application. I don't know how I'm gonna do my nose. Should I? I don't think that's gonna work out. But so I'm just gonna basically highlight one side and then blend it out and then do the other. So now I'm gonna go in and blend this out. I'm going back in with the side that I have a little bit of the foundation on just to help with the blend of it. And I am just going to start pushing this into my skin. That's something I really noticed in Tati's video. She does a lot more pushing motions and sweeping motions. Like she, oh, wow. That is really nice coverage. But I noticed she does a lot more like push into the skin motions as compared to like swiping motions, which I now like it makes sense. Like this is not a sponge, so it is fibrous, so I feel like you will get streaks if you try to like just swipe it. But if you do push it in, I feel like it makes sense to me that that's how you would use this. And damn. That is really nice coverage. And I like that it kind of, because I use the side that I also apply the foundation with, I feel like it's meshing into the skin really nicely. Like I don't even have to go in and blend over it. I don't know how this is gonna work with the nose, but it looks so nice. I watched Katie's video after I uploaded my video, so when I'm reviewing products, I try not to watch other people's videos on it until after I've given it a chance so it doesn't sway my opinion. But I know that she did say she really loved how this applied her concealer. Okay, then again, going in with my E.L.F beauty sponge and just pushing this product in, blending it out. I don't know if it's like, I feel like I noticed the sunken inness a little less on this side as compared to this side. Which I don't know, like I don't even know if a beauty tool would affect that. So the product again stretches a little bit more with a beauty sponge, which is what I noticed the first thing. It is creasing a lot less. Like even though this has been sitting on my eye quite longer than this side, but I already noticed it's sinking less into the skin right here. And there's more coverage on this side than this side with the concealer. But yeah, this side just, it honestly looks so nice and blended as compared to this side. But I mean, I did use the foundation on the butt end, so I'm just gonna go over it with that. I don't know how, this side's a little bit more glowy than this side too. I don't know. Anyways, now we're gonna go in and contour. So I know that I really enjoyed the Blendiful for contour last time, so we'll just see. And I don't use a beauty sponge to blend out contour usually, so I'm just gonna go in and apply this everywhere I usually like to contour. Now I'm going to bend the Blendiful in half like this and just go ahead and start pushing it into the skin. I think that's one thing that you really do if you use this product, have to remember, is it's pushing motions, not so much sweeping. But after I blended it, like, it is so pretty at how well this thing blends contour. But after I pushed it, I'm going to go ahead and just push it upwards to make sure that the contour goes more up. And then with my temple, I push it, and then I'm going to push it into my hairline so that it becomes invisible. For the nose, I'm going to make it really, 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 really thin and just hug my nose with it. And like that. I'm going to hug my nose and just like wipe it downward. Honestly, I feel like this product is so nice to contour with. Like, if you don't know how to use a brush, I just feel like the whole pushing it into your skin is so much easier than like trying to blend it out with a sponge. Love how this thing blends out cream contour and bronzer. Like, I remember that from the first video. Like, I just loved how this did that. Anyways, now we're going to move on to this side, and I'm going to do the same thing with a beauty sponge. Okay, so I just finished blending out this side, and one thing that I'm noticing, because I'm using all of like my cream products with the side that I use the foundation, is that this side just looks so much more blended and almost like skin-like. Like, I feel like I know it's contoured, but in person too, like, it's just sitting so nicely in my skin, whereas this side, it's a little bit more glam, and I have to like turn over the sponge, which, I mean, I was watching Harish's video and she talks about how anytime you're doing any blending work with concealer or contour, you should always do it with the side you applied your foundation with. I just have to get in the habit of doing that, but I just have to do a little bit more to blend. And the Blendiful was easier to do the precision work, so like my nose and my lip, it was a lot easier to do with the Blendiful, whereas with this, it was really hard to do the precision work. Next, I'm going to go in with cream blush. So I'm using the Nude Stick Sun-Kissed. This is their all over bronze color. And I'm just going to apply this directly onto my face. I also did an injustice to Blendiful last time because I used the Maybelline blush and I didn't really enjoy that. So I'm going to use something I actually like. So I'm going to apply this to my cheeks. And again, one side at a time. So to blend this out, I'm going to use a semi-clean edge just so I can make sure that the blush still does show through and it doesn't get wavered by the foundation color. And I'm just going to push it into my skin. I think that is something I learned, is pushing motions, not sweeping motions. And I'm going to use a clean corner of the E.L.F sponge and just push that into the skin. So one thing I noticed right away is this side, it still has a lot of color payoff, like you can really see the pink. Whereas this side, it's nice, it's kind of left a nice sheer pinky glow. It picks up the product a lot. So this side, I really see the blush show up, and on this side, it's not as prominent, but I kind of like how this side looks compared to this side for the blush, just because I see like where I like my almost like fingerprints. Next, we're gonna cream highlights. I'm gonna go in with my iconic London Illuminator drops, and I'm just going to lightly drop this everywhere I would naturally cream highlight. Do super light dabbing motions. I feel like with the Blendiful, you kind of see more like the streaks, not streaks, I don't know, just like the movement you had using the tool, but like the opacity is there. I'm just gonna use the back, like another clean side on the sponge and blend that in. So the liquid highlight, I would much prefer a beauty sponge. It looks so much more diffused and like what one with the skin as on this side. It's a little patchy. I don't know, and like I can see on the Blendiful, it like caught it a little bit. It's not as seamless on this side. Anyways, now I'm gonna go back into the corner that I didn't, like just another corner where I blended out like my concealer, and I'm just going to tap out any creasing I might have. I don't have that much on this side. I'm gonna powder my face, and for that, I didn't know how to do this. I saw Tati do it. She just twisted the little loop around, so now you have a clean Blendiful again. And I'm gonna go in with my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. And I'm just gonna pick some up on this clean side. Now I'm just going to start pushing that into my skin. So now I have basically kind of set where I want to set. So I'm just gonna go over with a little bit more powder where I want to, oh, too much. Where I want to bake. Just go in with my E.L.F sponge and that on everywhere I just did. So the powder application is a lot smoother, like you get a lot more powder pickup with the E.L.F sponge as compared to the the Blendiful side, I'm sorry. Even though I went back in for more powder, like it kind of clung into the fiber cloth a little bit. So I don't know about that. So now I'm just gonna go in with a really fluffy brush and blend all of that out. I didn't put too much on my forehead because I've heard the best way to get a more natural look is not to put too much product on your forehead. So okay guys, and so that is my full face done, with this side being the Blendiful and this side being the E.L.F Beauty Sponge. So let me know which side you like more. Do you think that the $5 E.L.F Beauty Sponge did compete really well with this $18 new makeup tool? Or do you think that this is 100% worth it because of the difference in how my skin looks? So leave me your comments down below. I'm just going to really quickly finish off the rest of my face and I'll be right back. I am back with this finished look. I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner just to do a quick winged moment, and then I used her liquid lipstick in the shade Maude for this lip look. And yeah, so this is a completed look with both sides. Let me know again which side do you think is better. I'm going to give you a second before I tell you what I think. But yeah, let me know. Do you prefer the Blendiful side, or do you prefer the Beauty Blend? I mean, not the Beauty Blender, the E.L.F Beauty Sponge side. Okay, and then my final opinion on the product is that they both perform well in their own ways, but if I had to pick between the two, I would 100% pick the $5 E.L.F Beauty Sponge. I feel like this is beginner friendly. This gets your makeup on really quickly. I'm honestly surprised that this applied powder more to my liking than this did, because this is basically it feels like a powder poof almost, but this applied powder better, blended out my foundation better, my concealer better, all of that. I prefer this. And I mean, this has its perks. Like this, I did not like how this blended out my contour. This, I prefer this way more. Like this did a great job with my contour, a great job with my blush and all of that. But like this is $18, and so like just between purchasing the two, I would 100% more likely recommend this to this. I wanted to try it again after her video, especially because she said that it's intuitive how to use this, and so I kind of took that like, okay, like if I want to be good at makeup, I should know how to use this, but it's not. So it's not, I don't think it's beginner friendly, and I don't think that like I instinctively didn't know how to use it. I waited for a video, picked up some more tips, and then used it. But just between the two, if we're talking about like what is worth your money, $5, $5, and then you can get 3 of these and get $3.50 off at Ulta. So it's like I don't know. Like, I don't know what to say. I prefer this 100% over this. I am still going to continue using this. I do enjoy using it. It's different for me. I feel like makeup is all about experimenting and learning different techniques. So it's fun for that, and I do like it. But again, if you had to pick between the two, 100% this. I mean, this sponge has even replaced like the Holy Grail beauty blender for me. Like, I prefer this over my $20 beauty blender. Like, I don't even know where it's at. And I don't even mind. I get freaked out when I don't have a clean one of these. So yeah, you guys, I really hope that you guys enjoyed that video. It was a lot of fun for me to do. Again, if you liked the video, please consider liking the video so I know that this is stuff you guys want to watch. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And please consider sharing with a friend that you think might enjoy either any of my videos or this video or anything. I really want 2020 to be a year of growth for me. And yeah, so I will see you guys in my next video. Have a wonderful, beautiful day. Bye.